Hi guys, Natalie here for FullTimeDEVILS. United have just won 3-0. I'm going to speak to the fans, see what they've got to say, but obviously that was quite simple performance, to be honest. We should have been about 5-0 up first half. Obviously, I think it was only 1-0 in the first half, and obviously got 2 in the second when Jane Ross come on. That'll do her the world of good, you know, going into the City game, getting a goal. You can see how much it meant to her. I just think defensively it was all right. We were quite solid. We have been solid throughout the whole season. Mary Earps is different levels. She is absolutely quality keeper. But you know, Jackie Cronin there playing the balls off. She was at a one-on-one. You know, the keeper had it. I think once these girls, now Jane Ross has got one, once Jackie gets hers, you know, Lauren's had one. Leah, even though she didn't score it, it was in off the defender. You know, that'll do her confidence a world of good. Katie Zellam's got one now. We need Jess to get one. We need Jackie to get one, and that'll boost them up. But I think they need to stop thinking about it and worrying and just slot it away the way they did last season. A lot of them girls would have been one-on-one last season, bang, slot it away. I don't know where it fits, you know, Man United, my first goal, this, that and the other, or the fans are watching, I don't know. They just need to forget about it all, you know, play with confidence like they are doing, because they're building up and it looks fantastic. You know, some of that football, pass, move, it's amazing to see. It's just getting that finishing touch on the end, and it'll come. The more these girls play together, the better it will be. You can tell Casey, you know, I love her, mate. She's got her face on and she means business. She meant business last year. She was saying, you know, beating teams 12-0, beating teams 8-0, this ain't good enough. So you know it's the United when you know what it's all about. She'll be telling them girls in there probably it's not good enough, we should have scored more, which we should have. But you know, it's 3 points. That's all you've got to do. You know, grind results out. This is a proper team, guys. This is proper Man United way. I love to see it. Hope to see loads of you down there supporting the girls against City next Sunday. I'm going to speak to some of these fans, see what they've got to say, but everyone's happy leaving here today, guys. I'm here with Sarah, Zoe and Kat. Girls, what do you think of that performance today?
Brilliant. I thought we could have been a bit better in the first half, but overall pleased with the win.
Zoe, your feelings and thoughts?
We had a lot of chances. It could have been more like 6-0 than 3-0, but we got the win, so that's the main thing.
You know, obviously, like last year, we did win this game 5-1 or whatever, but, you know, a lot of them chances didn't go in. What do you think then, Kat, is the difference?
Well, I mean, both teams have strengthened, haven't they? Spurs weren't, they're not the team that we played last year, that's obvious. I think from our side of the performance, we're creating the chances, but we're just not clinical enough. That's sort of been the story of the season so far. Hopefully they'll keep working on it. But I don't want to take anything away. It was a really good win and it was really enjoyable to watch.
Obviously, hopefully playing together, that'll come, girls. Do you agree?
Yeah.
What was your player of the match today then? Sarah, I'm going to come to you first.
Leah Galton, she just put in a shift the whole match, put in crosses, she could have scored, just fab, yeah.
Zoe?
I agree, Leah Galton, she was just had so much energy throughout the full 90 minutes.
And Kat, you going to go the same?
I should. She was brilliant. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Mary Earps, actually. There was a couple of shots, especially towards the end when Spurs were trying it a bit, where she saved a couple of shots that we really we're for, really.
Well, yeah, definitely kept us in it. Yeah. Girls, see you all City. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Jack, what do you think of today?
Yeah, it was a good performance. To be honest, we could have been 3 or 4 goals up even in the first half. First chance of the game, triple save, and you know, it was amazing really that we didn't win by more, but we weren't that clinical, which might come back to hurt us later on in the season. Thankfully it didn't today, and I think deservedly win.
Obviously, deservedly win. You would have said that last week, but you know it was a bit more tougher. The performance, say, wasn't as good. So you can see them building on the performance. Can you see them building on being more clinical, maybe playing together more? Jackie in there now. You know, Hayley Ladd hasn't really played. So do you think that's maybe it? There's a bit of nerves with the first players. You know, Jackie missed one. Is that what it is? Now now Jane's got hers. Can you see that?
I hope so. I mean, today for me, Jackie, I know that she missed a chance that probably she should have taken, but to be quite honest, I think she was a level above everyone on the pitch. She was really world class today. I know that, you know, Tottenham aren't the peak of this league, but she was a level above, and I was very impressed by her, and I can only wish that she was there for the Arsenal game and maybe the Liverpool game as well, because the differences might have been
more evident?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, the attack, we've said a lot, but what do you think of the defence now? Amy's come back in, she's really improved. What's your thoughts overall? And the goalkeeper, obviously.
Well, that's the thing. I would choose Jackie as player of the match, but probably behind her, surprisingly, I'd go with Mary, because even though we dominated the game, she pulled off some world-class saves. And, if a ball by chance goes in, then, you're looking at a different game. In regards to the rest, to be honest, I think there's still work to be done there. Martha did a bit better second half, but first half she slipped up once or twice and was inaccurate. Kirsty, I know she has the pace, but sometimes it just looks like she's a bit off at times. I hope she gets better. Amy and Millie did all right in general. I'm just hoping Abby gets back fit and that Lotta acclimatises to the pace of the league, and hopefully we see a steady back four and no issues.
Brilliant. Obviously, City next. Thoughts and feelings? What do you see happening?
Well, like you said, Jackie and Hayley, I think, will make a difference. I mean, they obviously played at the Etihad, and to be quite honest, I think for large parts of that game we were the better team. Obviously, it's a new game, different competition. We're playing them at home. City are now coming together as well, but that first game gave me a lot of hope, and hopefully we build on these results, get confidence, get more clinical.
That's what we need. And bang from some of them shots.
Yeah, and hopefully we get, something out of the game, I hope.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Jack.
Cheers, Nat.
Matt, Deb, guys, what do you think of that game today?
Yeah, good performance. Overall, I think we had a lot of chances. We didn't take maybe as many as we could have done. However, 3-0 away at Tottenham, they've made some good signings, so I'll take that.
Yeah, the end result was what it should have been, but we should have scored more. Need to be more clinical. But yeah, comfortable win.
Talking about clinical, how do you think we can improve that? Is it just playing together more? What do you think?
I think that'll come through training. We've made 5-6 signings. It's going to take time. Obviously, international breaks keep throwing a spanner in the works. But for me, I think keep working on it, keep plugging away, and I'm sure next few weeks we'll get used to each other and how we play.
I think we're making chances, and because we've not necessarily got a pacey, we've got an out-and-out striker in the middle. There's too much that's not happening. Because we're getting into good positions. I thought Leah Galton had a great game today, but there was too much of what she was doing that was coming to nothing. I'd have loved to have seen Jane Ross or Siggy in the middle. I think it would have been a different story.
Do you think that it did change when Jane came on, and then there was times where Jess was through the middle? So could you see, that goal did come from Jess in the middle? Do you see, do we need that number 9 maybe instead of LJ playing up top?
I think for me, if you look, Jess offers something different to LJ for me. I mean, Jess's work rate, and I've said this, all last season, her work rate is phenomenal. She does get through a lot and doesn't always, for me, get the credit she deserves. I prefer Jess central. I think, she is a goal scorer. Lauren's good, she'll hold up the ball, things like that. But I think for me, if you're having a strong player like Lauren, you've got to have somebody like Jess who's buzzing in and around the place. She's getting the knockdown, she's getting the through balls. She's very clever as well, very, very clever player. She's kind of one step ahead. So, yeah, I mean, for me, or Jane, Jane's movement as well. Somebody to play off rather than a kind of a one that's isolated.
Yeah. Guys, who stood out then? Player of the match, who would you go for? Deb?
I think there's a few of our players that had a really, really good game. I think Kirsty Hanson had the best game she's had in a red shirt possibly ever. Leah Galton, just different class. I thought, look, I'm probably biased, but I thought Jackie had a great game. A couple of balls from her were just outstanding. Millie at the back again. If you want me to pick one, I'll go Leah.
Matt?
Do you know what? I think similar to Deborah just mentioned, I think for me, Millie's very consistent. She's good at what she does. She keeps it simple. She just mops up and covers at the back. So I think, like Deb said, it could have easily Hanson, Hayley Ladd. Mary's made a couple of saves to keep us in it.
Yeah.
But no, I think overall, my name's Millie Turner.
Brilliant, guys. Thanks a lot for talking.
Thank you.
Right, Mary, Holly and Lisa, what do you think of that game today, guys?
Brilliant game. I think they played really, really well. It's lovely to come back and see them. We don't get much chance to see them because we live in Kent. So
okay, down south.
Yeah. So
those fans, though, I think you've added to the noise. Some fans come up from Manchester, so having them fans there. What did you think of the atmosphere today? It was quite good, wasn't it? Back and forth, Spurs fans were going.
Yeah. I think we done really well, and I think the supporters really was behind them. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Brilliant. Obviously a 3-0 win. It's great. Probably could have been more. What did you think of the all-round performance?
It was a bit slow to start with, but I mean their defence is brilliant, I think, and their scoring is improving more as they're getting more games in the top league, I think.
Brilliant. So ladies, I'm going to ask you both, who was the player of the match today for you?
Well, Galton's my favourite, so I've got to say her. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I mean, she set up that second, and obviously, you know, that's what you want.
No prisoners. She takes no prisoners. She's just in there, and Sigsworth was brilliant as well. Been her birthday as well, wasn't it?
Happy birthday, Jess. What do you think of that? Who's the player of the match for you then?
Mary Earps.
It's making fantastic saves.
Yeah.
Quality. You got the keeper shirt on. Love it.
Yeah, she's got Chamberlain's one on though.
But quality keeper after quality keeper.
That's it. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Lovely, great.
Thanks for speaking to us. Love it. Gareth, 3-0, Man United, Tottenham. What a game that was. What did you think of it overall?
I think it was a really great performance. I think in the first half we could have been a little bit more clinical, could have taken some chances. I think the score is probably a fair result in the end, but there were some really good saves from Mary Earps towards the end as well.
Yeah. Obviously when, you know, we're 2-0 up, even 3-0 up, and they're at us, and Mary's making those kind of saves, like top quality saves, tipping it over. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
I feel confident with the defence this year. I think Amy and Millie last year proved that they're a solid partnership, and Abby's come in this year and has slotted in really nicely. So I feel comfortable with the defence. Mary in goal as well. Not really too worried.
Yeah, definitely not. Obviously, said about attack, we did get 3 goals. Could have been a lot more. What's your feeling around the attack then? Obviously, we only got 100 goals last year, but this is a different level. This is, you know, they're more sound defences. What do you think? Where do you think we can improve maybe and get a lot more goals and convert these chances?
I think sometimes we're playing around the edge of the 18-yard box, and we're looking to drive right towards the goal line and bring the ball across rather than looking for that pass. And I don't know, sometimes we maybe look a little bit scared to shoot from distance, whereas last year we'd be taking on them shots and they'd be fined in the back of the net.
Obviously LJ sent off, that means you missed City. And what does that feel to you? You know, big loss, or do you think we've got enough there that'll be able to cover that?
It's obviously a loss, but I think we've got enough depth to bring players in. You know, Tooney didn't start today, Siggy was on the bench, so there's quality that can come in and replace it relatively easily, I think.
And obviously 3-0, everyone's happy, but who's your player of the match?
Jackie Gronham.
Brilliant. Fantastic, innit?
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks a lot, Gareth.
Thank you.
Love it.